right, in this last example of simulation, I'm going to allow you this time to use your calculator. Now, since we can use our calculators, we can all possibly get different results. So, and I'm actually going to get you started on this one, and then I'm going to let you finish this one on your own, and I'm going to ask for you to record your results in a Google form, which will be linked in Learn. So what's going on here this time is we have a game of 21. This is the same idea as blackjack, if you know how to play blackjack, okay? Same concept. You're played with an ordinary six-sided die. A six-sided die has 6 numbers on it, 1 through 6. Competitors will each roll this die repeatedly, trying to get the highest total less than or equal to 21. So you're going to add up your rolls. If your total exceeds 21, you lose. Suppose your opponent rolled an 18. Your task is try to beat him by getting more than 18. So this is what we're trying to get, more than 18. So that's going to be our stopping point. We're going to keep rolling until we have a sum more than 18 without going over 21. If we do exceed 21, like let's say we roll to 17 and you roll again and you roll a 5. Now you're at 22. You've busted is what that's called. How many rolls do you expect to make, and what are your chances of winning? So we have 2 different questions here. Okay, one is how many rolls do you expect to make? That's quantitative, number of. And what are your chances of winning? Did you win or lose? That's categorical. We're going to use our calculator and we're going to run 30 trials. So to get started, I will express how I'm going to do this. I will simulate the rolling of the die using the random integer 1,6 function on my calculator. Now, you are not going to do this on the AP exam because you're not ever going to do simulation using your calculator on the AP exam. You'll always use a random number table. But for now, this is what I'm going to do. Okay? I don't need to ignore repeats because we could certainly roll a die and get the same number twice. I don't need to ignore any numbers because I'm only telling it to give me numbers 1 through 6. If I was using the random number table, I could only look for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but if I get a 7, 8, or 9, or 0, I'd have to ignore that. So I'd have to say that in here. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to continue doing this. I will record the number and we'll stop rolling when I have a sum of 19, 20, 21, or a bust over 21. Okay, because if you get 18, we're not going to stop. We're trying to beat him more than 18. So we're going to keep rolling until we have 19, 20, 21, or bust, or over 21. Okay, that's our stopping point. Next is going to be our response variable. I will record, and we have 2 things to record here. How many rolls? So I'm going to record the number of rolls for each trial and whether I won. 1 would mean sum of 19, 20, or 21, or loss, which would be over 21. And that is explaining how you're going to do this simulation. All right, now to start this simulation, trial 1. So I'm going to do math, probability, random integer, 1,6, and I rolled 2, and I rolled a 5, so I'm at 7, and a 3, so I'm at 10, I'm at 3, so I'm at 13, 2, 14, 15, 16, 3 is 19, that would be a stop. Okay? 19. So for this trial, it took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rolls, and I won because I got over 19. Okay? Trial 2. Alright, let me put this where y'all can see it better. Alright, I'm just going to hit enter to keep going. So I've got 4, 1, that's 5, 4, that's 9, 1, that's 10, 4, that's 14, 2, that's 16, I'm getting close. Oh my goodness, 1 is 17, and 6 puts me at 23, so this is a bust. And it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rolls. Now obviously if you're doing this on your calculator, you're probably getting different numbers than me. So what I want you to do is continue this for 30 trials. Take your time. You don't have to write all the numbers down like I'm doing, but kind of keep track of that sum in your head, but also keep track of how many rolls. So you might need to do little tally marks or something just to make sure you know where you are. I want you to do 30 trials, and then I'm going to have a Google form. The Google form is going to ask you for your average number of rolls, because that's a quantitative variable, and then it's going to ask you for your percent 1, since that's a categorical variable.